So this is Royce's BMW E36, and it's now going to be turned into a drift car for cheap as hell. We've got some good Facebook Marketplace deals for seats. Got some coilovers that are the cheapest you can buy on the internet. Got some stockies for the rears, just Holden stud pattern stockies, so we can do at least one track day for $100 worth of tires, which they're all at like 90% and like plastic, so they should spin. eBay lock kit, it's like $50 or something. Hydro, which I'm making all myself, just like out of like a trolley jack handle and a bit of metal that was floating around and some brake lines. And obviously we're going to go dual caliper system with this. That's pretty much it. Boss kit, cheap SARS steering wheel. The cage, I just got all the materials local, and I think it costs like $300, which is the cost of the E36 seats that were in here. So we'll be able to sell them, and pretty much it's going to be like maybe $1,000 in the hole for making this drift. So we'll take you through it, take you through the journey of us doing all the shit to it. Alrighty, so we've got our cage plates, got the holes in them, got the locations, all that sort of stuff, which we're now set up at 10 degrees with the plates. We're going to weld that, and then we get to the back stays and then the front stays, and that's it. I've just been making it up as I go, just making sure everything's still to spec within like the angles and bolt sizes, welds, all that sort of stuff. So she's set up, she's square, she's ready to go. So I'm just gonna have a play around with it. Weld something, put in the car, weld it, put in the car, tack weld it, put in the car, weld it, put in the car, until all the points are all in the right spots. Take it out, spray it, bolt it in, and that's it. But I'll film a little along the way, and yeah. Alrighty, so we are all tacked in. Just got to get the side intrusions in, cut them off, put the sleeves on, get it out, paint it, bolt it in, cage is done. Alrighty, so she's 11 o'clock at night and I've just finished the cage in the E36. I ended up putting it all in, like putting it all together, tacking it all together, and then cutting where the joins were going to be, just on the side intrusions and the back stays. So once I cut them, got them all out, welded it all, and then I ended up making the sleeves, and I drilled them in the car after I painted it. So I painted it, then drilled it, which I don't think it mattered too much. It just meant that I didn't have to get the cage out of the car and back into the car again. Yeah, so I think I did it the quickest and easiest way to do a cage. So one crossbar, the two backstays, and the harness bar, and the side intrusions, all made out of the seamless CWS steel. It's cuts and it welds, same as the other stuff, so like normal stuff, which I was surprised at. But yeah, she's all done. On to the next thing. Alrighty, next up we have seats. I just picked up some SARS. It's over there, but SARS seats. Got a pair for $100. They already had rails and everything on it, just universal ones. So we just got to fab the bottom of them, make them fit the BMW holes, and we're good. And then it's harness. Shouldn't be too hard for the harness. Loop them in, then hydro. So I'll get these seats in. I'll just weld up a couple of plates, bolt them in, and that's pretty much it. Rightio, so we're on to the hydro handbrake. So we're going dual caliper setup, not inline. So we've got the weld-on brackets that we're gonna do. I've already done one side, obviously, but the other side, I'll just quickly show you what I'm doing there, and then we'll get into the lines and stuff after that. So I've got everything off, dust shield, all of that, and then I've had to take out the ABS and speed sensor, whatever all that is. Once that's out, I've got to put the tag thing on. Most of them say to like put it on there with the caliper and measure it and all that sort of stuff, or like test it with the rotor on, but I'm just sitting it on there, measuring it off the same gap as the other one, and just tacking it, checking it. I did that on the other one and it was fine. So I think I'll just tack it, measure it, make sure it's 72 mil off that face or 74 mil off that face. Did that, stuck it on, and it worked fine. So I'll do this other side, and then we'll get into the lines, and then we'll get into the actual pulley boy. Alrighty, so we've got the dual calipers on. You can see that. I've just got hard lines going in there. Julies into there, teed into that. Once that's teed into it, that tees into the hydro pulley boy, which I'm just painting and making it look good now. Then I'll weld it in, and then I get to pump it up and see if it works, if all that was worth it. Alrighty, so the beamer's back up in the air again. We have done cage, seats, seat belts. The hydro is in, the dual calipers, that bled up, unreal. Just using hardware from like trailer brakes and whatever, and a homemade bloody pulley boy that I made. So you got the dual calipers in there. All the lines are run on the inside, except for the backs into the cabin, up through the holes in there, and then yeah, just welded it straight to the tunnel in the spot we wanted. Works unreal. And then yeah, Royce is halfway through the coilovers, so we've got one of them in on the back, and I'm about to do the lock kit on the front, which is just the eBay, just the J things. All they do is change from where the steering rack pivots from, so that goes kind of like in that way, and then the steering rack will then come from that bit there, which increases your steering, makes the wheels go a bit further, which means you don't spin out as much. So we're just doing that. Once the coilovers are in, then we just got to weld the diff after I put these in, and then stick some fuel in it and send it for a test run. That's a wrap. She's all ready to go. Coilovers are in, cage is in, seats are in, welded the diff, hydro's in, working, dual calipers, cute dog, and steering wheel ready to drift. Just got to do, I've got to put some spacers on the front because she scrubs, but put some spacers on the front. That's it. It's ready. Ready to drift.